So here's our shrug. This is the back part, this is the front part. I just showed it to you on the dress form. Okay, so I just want to even out these edges. I'm gonna do 2 rows of these cluster stitches that we did for the granny square to even out the edges. That is, I'm gonna go around like this, come back like this, come down like this, go here, go here. Basically I'm just gonna do a border kind of stitch throughout the pattern. Okay, so now I'm going to show you. You can choose to join from any chain space that you want. I always prefer to join from the middle, not in the corner, because I find it easier to start from the middle. So but if you're comfortable starting from corner to corner, that's fine, you can do that also. Okay, so just pull out a loop, chain 4, start doing the cluster stitch, that is 4 triple crochet, 1 2 3. The chain 4 counts as the first triple crochet, and so I made 3 more triple crochets, chain 1, go into the next chain space, make a single cluster, single cluster is 4 triple crochet stitches. I didn't get that right, I didn't get this one. I think I made 2 double crochets instead of triple crochets. I'm going to do it again. So that's 1 triple crochet, and that's 2 triple crochets, three triple crochets, 4 triple crochet, so again so I've reached the corner. So as always, corners we make corners, so we make and when we reach corner we make a new corner. Okay, so that is, we are going to make 2 cluster stitches separated by a chain 2 space, that is 4 triple crochet, chain 2 and 4 triple crochet. So when you keep repeating the pattern, you will not make any mistakes, because as you say it, you'll also be checking if the pattern is coming out right. Okay, so since we are doing this edge stitch to even out the edges, we can use this row to hide all the yarn tails also. So like, see here I have a yarn tail, so I'm just going to weave it in as I crochet. Now here this is not a corner, you have to treat it as a single cluster, because this is not a corner. This corner, it goes this side, so we do not want to create a new corner in this space. These two spaces, we don't want to create a new corner, rather you're going to treat it like a single cluster space. Okay, I'm just going to, I think I skipped my chain one. So this is, so when you keep repeating the pattern, you will know as and when you go wrong. So that is the key to crochet without any mistakes. Okay, so here I have done in this space. Now I'm going directly into, I'm going to chain one and go directly into this space here and make another cluster. Okay, this way you would have turned your work, and also you would have evened out that portion. So now if you can see, if you can notice this one, see, so now this one has a nice and straight edge. If you can compare this part and this part here. Okay, so I'm just trying to fill this gap here by creating one more cluster stitch row. Okay, so I'm gonna go, see, I've started from the middle of this front part. I'm crocheting in the top of this front part, then I'm gonna crochet the back, then I'm gonna come back to the front here, come down, then go like this, come back like this, we're going like this and come back like this. This is the back portion. Sorry, I think I didn't show that. So yeah, so we're gonna come like this. This is the front portion, come back here and do a layer in the back portion, and then come back to the front portion, and you will connect your row here. So I'm going to do 2 rows like this. I'll meet you back at the end of the 2 rows. So as you can see, I have done 2 rows of this cluster stitch, and the second row I chose to do it in a different color because I got the desired length already, so I didn't want to crochet more. So if you have enough space, you can crochet another row and make a border after that. You can choose to have a shell stitch or a scallop stitch border as well. So actually the border part, there are many options available, do browse for that. Now the next is the sleeve part. So here I have attached the sleeve for one side. Okay, so what I've done is I've used the same kind of stitches, and I have started from the the second, I've started after the second cluster from the armhole part. So this from this side. Okay, so this is the front part of the shrug. So I have started from this fold here. So 1, 2, into the third, between the second and third cluster, I have started this sleeve part, and I have done 1, 2, 3, 4 clusters. Okay, I'm going to show you how I did this in the other side. So this is for you to understand from where to start. Okay, now let's do the same thing. I haven't fixed this part here yet. I will show it to you in the video. Okay, so as you can see, this side we have already got the shape of the shrug. This is a sleeveless shrug. I'm not planning to do the sleeve. I'm just going to leave it as such. Okay, so now let's start from this side. So you want both the sides to be even. So again you have to start from here. That is, this is the first cluster, second cluster, this is the third one. I'm going to insert your needle make a slip stitch, or you can start by tying a knot. Do a chain 3. So this is not a triple crochet cluster stitch, this is a double crochet one, because triple crochet the stitch will become very loose. Okay, so I'm just chaining 3 and turn the work. I'm going to weave in the ends as I crochet. You can also choose to do a closed double crochet stitch, that is, if you want to do a double crochet, you can just do 1 double crochet into each chain. That is also another option, but I'm going to be doing the cluster one. So chain 3 and you're going to do 4 double crochet stitches into each chain space. We are only doing in the chain space, we are not doing into every chain. And then chain 1, move on to the next chain space. Okay, again chain 4 double crochet stitches. In the first one, the first chain 3 is counted as 1 double crochet, so we have done 1 2 3 double crochets into this, and here we are doing 4 double crochet stitches. Again chain 1, move into the next one. We are going to be doing 4 cluster stitches, just like the other side. See, I have done 1 2 3 4. I've done 4 clusters. So the first row is going to be a 4 cluster row. Let me show you. So chain 1, go into this is my 4th cluster. Okay, so after the 4th cluster, you're going to chain 3 and turn your work, and do the same thing on the next one. But in this row, you'll be having a chain space here, that is the start and end of this row will have chain spaces. I'll show you when we get to the end of this row. Okay, so here, so the sleeve part, you will have to do 1 row of 4 clusters, and the next row will be only of 3 cluster stitches and 2 chain spaces at the beginning and end of the row. So here we have 1 chain space, here will be having another chain space. So in the next row, again you will have to chain 3 and turn your work, and you will be crocheting into this chain space here. Okay, so when you do that, then this row will have 4 clusters. So you will do an alternate row of 3 clusters and 4 cluster stitches. Don't forget to chain 1 between the clusters, and make sure you have 4 double crochet stitches in each cluster. Okay, so here I am in the last chain space. This is the way that you can extend any granny square. If you are extending a pattern of granny square into a rectangle, this is how you will be doing it. So here this row has 4 clusters, 3 cluster and again 4 cluster. This is how I have done this entire sleeve part here. Okay, you can see. So there is alternate rows of 4 and 3, 4 and 3, 4 and 3, like that. So the length of this should be the length of the circumference of the armhole. So you will be folding it into half. This circumference and the armhole circumference should be the same. So I'm going to continue doing this. I will meet you when I connect these 2 rows. So here I am at the last row of my sleeve. It is better if you finish with the side that you started to crochet with. That is, I started to crochet from here, that is the between the second and third chain space, second and third cluster. I started to crochet from here, from the second and third cluster. So when I want to join my sleeve also, I would want to join it from this side, so that it is easier for me to count. Okay, so I'm just doing the last row of the sleeve. I'll show you how we are going to join it at the back. I have reached to the end of this row. So for me, the pattern ends with a 4 cluster row. It should mostly end the same way for you also. Okay, because we started with the 4 cluster and we are ending with the 4 cluster. Okay, now you have to align your sleeve with the same cluster from this side, that is between the second and third cluster, between the second and third cluster. Okay, so this also helps because we have also aligned the entire pattern from cluster to cluster. So that is also very important in this pattern, that you have to align your work to cluster. If you have missed it somewhere and if you do not wish to rip off the entire work and redo it again, you can adjust your work accordingly. Okay, so all we have to do is slip stitch from this portion here. So this is where we have started the stitch, so this is where we are going to end the stitch. So just hold like this and slip stitch into every single chain. Okay, into every single chain. While you are doing this also, please make sure that the clusters are aligned so that your work doesn't end up in a funny shape. So this is more like a open shrug or jacket, so I'm not going to do a row of do a full sleeve or half sleeve. I'm not going to do sleeves in this. This is just the part where it this one, it should be on the shoulder. So if you notice, I'm aligning the clusters together and I'm also slip stitching into the chain spaces. Okay, so here we are at the end of the row. So I finished doing the sleeves. I'll just drape it on the dress form and show it to you. Okay, so end of the thing, you have to slip stitch, cut off the edge. Sorry, you have to chain one before you pull out. So chain one and cut off the edge, pull out, hide the yarn tails inside. I'm going to finish the thing, finish the entire pattern and hide the yarn tails and show you. I'll drape it on the dress form and show it to you. So here we are done with the pattern. So as you can see, this is the bigger granny square which is in the back, and I did 4 of the smaller granny squares which forms the front of the jacket. So this dress form here, is a 6-year-old dress form. So the armhole that I did was for a 8-year-old. So if you want to do it for a 6-year-old, you will have to reduce the armhole length. If you can see, I have actually pinned it by 2 rows here. This one I am doing for an 8-year-old. So you can follow the same pattern. The measurements you will be needing for this is the shoulder length, the chest length, and the height of the child from shoulder to hip. So these are all the measurements that you will be needing. If you like the video, do share it and make sure to give